What is going on in e-commerce. I like to think that I can kind of predict big things that are happening. And a year ago, I started seeing how much passion there is among you for e-commerce. And I said, hey, this is going to be big. And this is incredible. You know, more than 1,000 people here, and this is just one city. How many thousands, he said, are using the enablers offices to learn about Amazon? 26,000 people, I think. He said, this is really, really incredible. So a big hand to all of you guys for taking this journey. So today I'm going to just do a little bit of strategy. You know, when they first announced this event, I saw some people say, well, why should I come? You know, what benefit is there for me? What can I learn from Bradley? So I wanted to bring some advanced strategy and also some basic strategy for everybody. But just so I can have an idea of how many are selling on Amazon, how many are working for other companies. Let me just see. First of all, my first question, how many here are not working for an Amazon company? They're not selling on Amazon. Amazon is maybe new to you. You're just interested in it. How many people here are like that? Okay, maybe 25%. Okay, good. Now, how many are working for other Amazon companies, maybe as virtual assistant or an employee, but you're actively now working for an Amazon company? Okay, good. How many are yourself? You have your own Amazon account and you are selling on Amazon. Okay, good. This is helpful to me. So today, I'm going to go over some different strategy. And anybody here, even if you have not sold on Amazon, if you're going to sell on Amazon or you're going to work for a company one day, please try and take notes or record or remember this, because this is very important and this is very valuable information. Some of it, like Saqib said, I have never given before. The only other place I have given some of this information also is in a small conference in the USA with maybe only 30 or 40 people. Every one of those 40 people is making $1 to $50 million a year on Amazon. That is the level of this information. So you are getting the same information that I was giving to the millionaires, the top of Amazon. So let me go ahead and let's see if this works. Okay, so first of all, who am I? You know, maybe some people know me, some people, this is your first time seeing me. So this is interesting for you. I actually started, yes. Now 4 microphones, oh my goodness. Can you guys understand me so far? It's okay? All right, good. No problem. All right. Okay, so something interesting. Before I worked at Helium 10, I actually was not an Amazon seller. I was a consultant, which is basically like many of you who raise your hand, like a virtual assistant. That was me. I was in the same shoes as you. And before I worked at Helium 10, I launched over 400 products for other Amazon sellers, not for myself. I didn't launch products for myself before Helium 10. It was all for other people, just like many of you are doing. I run the most listened to podcast in the world for Amazon. Every month we have more than 80,000 people listening, the Serious Sellers podcast. I have over 20 years of e-commerce experience. When I was 19 years old, I was running an online company for car parts, doing more than $1 million a year. That was 23 years ago. I have training videos that have been viewed millions of times. I know many of you, how many people have seen some of my training videos, either from Helium to, okay, a lot of you have seen my training videos. And now I actually do sell on Amazon also myself. It's very important, just like Saqib, he currently sells on Amazon. It's very difficult to teach Amazon if you are not selling on Amazon. So that's why I started selling myself, and I only have maybe 5 to 10 hours a week to work on Amazon, because Helium 10 is my main job. But in those 5 to 10 hours a week, my products are selling more than $1 million per year. So there is a lot of potential on Amazon. Thank you. All right, so what are we going to go over today? I'm going to go over what's called we call the Maldives Honeymoon launch strategy. This is a made-up name by me. I kind of wanted an excuse to go to the Maldives. So I made a strategy called Baldi Strategy, and I flew to Maldives to record it. Next, I'm going to make the Bora Bora strategy or the Hawaii strategy, so I can go to those places as well. But today is Maldives Honeymoon Strategy. This is about how to launch a product on Amazon. And like I said, if you're selling on Amazon now, if you are working for a company that sells on Amazon, or if you're interested to sell on Amazon, eventually you need to know how to launch a product in an economical way on Amazon. I'm going to give you the #1 best way that maybe 97% of Amazon sellers, they don't know about. I'm going to talk about some Helium 10 advanced strategies. A lot of you, how many people have used Helium 10 here in the audience? Whoa, look at that, I love that, I love that. So maybe 95% of you who raise your hand, you probably don't know about these strategies. I'm going to talk about some tips for all of you in the Enablers family. We're going to talk about a new way coming for you here who are part of the Enablers program to make money. All right, a different way to make money that Saqib and I are working on. And I have some another announcement that you are going to be the first in the world to hear. Soon everybody will know about it with Helium 10, but nobody knows. And especially today in Lahore, you're the first one. So, tomorrow I can't say nobody knows about it because you guys will all know about it. All right, so the Maldives Honeymoon Amazon launch strategy. So why did I call it the Maldives Honeymoon? I was just joking. It wasn't just because I wanted to visit the beautiful island. But how many people have heard on Amazon something called honeymoon period? Okay? Honeymoon period. All right. So what does the honeymoon period mean? When a product is launched on Amazon, there's maybe 1 month or 2 months or 3 months where Amazon gives a lot of added bonus to this product. Not money, but it puts it to the top of the page, or it gives more PPC, that's Amazon advertising. Many different things that older listings don't have, Amazon gives a benefit to a new listing. That's why we call it the honeymoon. In Pakistan, when you get married, is there a honeymoon? Like, do you go, is that a tradition, or is that only Western world? Sometimes you guys know what a honeymoon is, right? Yes. More microphone problems. They didn't buy these microphones from Amazon, I don't think.
We're really sorry for it.
No problem, no problem. Thank you. I thought he was gonna say, no, you can't say honeymoon in Pakistan, that's a bad word. I was like, I don't know. Good, that's better. All right, so honeymoon, when you first get married, everything is nice and everything is great, but then, maybe 20 years later, your wife or husband, kind of... Sometimes some people know about that, right? But on Amazon, it's similar. When you first have a brand new product, everything is nice and great, and Amazon gives you a lot of bonus. Maybe a few years later, that. So it's very important though, because you can only have one honeymoon, right? So it's very important. So Amazon sellers made up this name, honeymoon. But I always experiment. I love testing case studies and testing different strategies. And all of a sudden, on these products I was launching, I noticed that I was having even better effect than the honeymoon period. Incredible results, where I was getting 10 times the benefit of the normal honeymoon. So what I did was I did a Google. I said, what is the most expensive honeymoon location? And so here's Google, it says, most expensive honeymoon, #1 Maldives. So that's why I named this the Maldives honeymoon strategy, okay? So, I told you before, I worked for Helium 10. My specialty was launching products for other sellers. Here's one of the examples from 2018. So this is 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, before I worked at Helium 10. I posted something in a group, Facebook group. I ran a promotion for one product, for one keyword, natural body wash. This keyword had about 5,000 monthly searches. What does that mean? That means that every month on Amazon, 5,000 people at this time were typing in natural body wash. All right? And I wanted to get to page 1. All right? Page 1 is so important for Amazon. Whatever website you use, what is the website that people use in Pakistan to buy things? Do you know? Okay, so if you type in a search on that website, do you go to page 4 and 5 and 6 to find the product? No, usually as you want the result to come up on the first page. And it's the same thing on Amazon. They say, they have this joke in Amazon sellers. They say, where is the best place to hide a dead body? It's page 2 of Amazon. Because nobody will check in page 2. All right, so page 1 is so important. We have to get on page 1, all right? The way that you do that is some people have different strategies. Advertising, PPC, Facebook. Before, I would do a strategy called giveaways. Giveaways means that I try to get a lot of people to buy the product in 8 days after searching for a keyword. In those days, we used URLs, 2-step URLs. If you guys don't understand that, don't worry. This is the old strategy, all right? So here, what I said here is I did this for 5 days and I gave out 157 units. 157 products. This was a body wash. So this company I was working for, this body wash cost $20. And I had to give out, that means I had to pay people to buy this 157. Can you imagine how much money that cost? That's a lot of money to just, that's just not no profit. That's minus profit. You're paying people the full price to buy the product. But in these days, 3 years ago, and even recently, this is the only way to get to page 1. If you want to compete, you have to use this method before, right? So this cost thousands of dollars, and it worked. It says here, my ranking went from 74 to page 1, position 10. And you can see here this rank. It starts 74, way down here, and I got to page 1. So this was what we considered success 3 years ago. But not many companies can afford this. That's just one keyword. Imagine they wanted to get on page 1 for another keyword or another keyword. How much more money? So before, I was like, I need to find a better way. This is costing too much money. Most people can't afford to just give out their product for free. All right, they're losing too much money. So here are some examples of this new strategy that I created, again, called the Baldi Strategy. So remember that keyword was 5,000 search volume, and I needed to give out 160. Now here is one I did this year. This is 20,000 searches, so a lot of searches. And according to the old number, if I would do it the old way, how many do I have to give out? 330. How many did I give out? 4. That's a big difference, right? Did it work? 4 instead of 330? Here it is. I started way down, position 100, and here, page 1, position 5 or 6. Only 4 units I gave out. Isn't it better to give out 4 than 300? Another one, 7,000 search volume. Normally, I would have to give 120 products for free. This one, only 15. And look at the results. I started on page 6, position 250. Within 3 days, I am at the top of page 1, only 15. This is saving thousands and thousands of dollars for these companies. Another one, 8,000 search volume. Instead of 160, by the way, CPR number is the old way that we measure how many units do we have to give away. So it was telling me 160. How many did I do? 10. Only 10. And look how successful. Within 2 days, top of page 1. Here's another, this is interesting. This is where things really get interesting. This strategy I use is so powerful. Look at this. 11,000 searches. The number before to give away, I would have to give away 368. But because of some other things I was doing, how many did I give away? 0. Surely that can't work. That can't work, right? Nope. Started off and now page 1, top 10 with 0. We're going to talk about exactly how I did that. Here's another example of 0 and successful to get to page 1. And here is another one. This is just more recently in May. Went from page 3 all the way to page 1. These are real examples. These are real products that I am launching. All right, so step 1. Now we're going to talk about how. That's the results. Now let's talk about how I was able to achieve these results. Step 1 is product research. So, I know sometimes you call it product hunting, right? How can you already prepare for an Amazon launch even before you have the product? All right? This is the number 1 important thing here. Find products where the main keywords do not have many results with that keyword in the title. Don't worry, I know that sounds strange. I'm going to explain exactly what this means. All right? Let me give you an example. This is a search on Amazon. Collagen peptides is the phrase. If you check on page 1, how many listings have collagen peptides in it? It's a lot. Almost 50%. See, collagen peptides, collagen peptides, collagen peptides. So to me, this means this is a difficult keyword to launch for. There's too much competition. All right? Here's another example. This is kind of a strange keyword. Gothic